Well, hi there. Warm welcome. You're watching Blueprint Explosive Exclusive, and I'm Meghna Deka. Now, viewers, the next time you have a packet of chips or even a samosa, remember to have it in moderation because it may not just be sweet food which causes diabetes. Yes, that's right. What we have been told in a latest, first ever such report which has come in from the ICMR, that India is facing an epidemic of diabetes with more than 101 million Indians who are currently living with this, making it one of the most significant public health emergencies in the country. In fact, the urban population is in particular more vulnerable due to the lifestyle changes. How many times have we, after all, picked up a packet of chips, picked up deep-fried samosas and kachoris just to keep yourself warm and even full during your office hours? But this, in the absence of physical activity and also access to these unhealthy food habits, is something that is giving a rise to diabetes. But why are we discussing it today? Well, the latest ICMR-backed study has now drawn attention to the consumption of AGE, which stands for the Advanced Glycation End Products. But what's the connection between AGE and diabetes? Well, as per the ICMR study, food items which are rich in AGE is contributing to the diabetes crisis. And this is because of the accumulation of AGEs, which is leading to insulin resistance. So it's not just eating a lot of sugar, but also eating deep fried sugar, which can lead to insulin resistance, which can lead to diabetes, and that seems to be happening in India, as per this latest report. Frying, roasting, grilling. Imagine even roasting and grilling food elevates AGE levels in food items and may just lead to diabetes. So the ICMR's latest study has linked the consumption of the food items with the high concentration of AGEs to diabetes. But you may wonder, how does this exactly happen and why you must avoid rich foods in AGE? So let's tell you more about it. Well, in fact, there you have it. Insulin resistance. AGE can interfere with the body's ability to use insulin, and which is something which can just then lead to insulin resistance, and ultimately it will lead to type 2 of diabetes. Then you of course have inflammation. AGEs can trigger inflammation in insulin producing pancreatic. Chronic inflammation can also lead to the development of diabetes, as per the ICMR. Also, it talks about the oxidative stress. AGEs can form byproducts which damage cells and issues. Oxidative stress can also lead to the development of diabetes, as per the report. So why did we just start this broadcast with speaking about chips and samosas? Well, food items many did not know could be behind this diabetes epidemic. Yes, you heard that right, a diabetes epidemic. You've heard about the ill effects of AGEs. The latest research has in fact pointed out that consuming food which is low in AGEs can help control or even lower one's risk to diabetes. So what are the foods that you should avoid? What are the foods that you must consume is something that we are going to be focusing on. Let's quickly give you a rundown of what should be avoided and what should be consumed. Well, chips, samosas, French fries, cakes, mayonnaise, foods that you should, however, instead be having. Take a look at this. The food which is low in AGE, that includes fruits, vegetables, legumes, whole grains, low-fat milk and fish. This is what you should be consuming to ensure that you lead a long and healthy life. So let me go across to our guests, but remember, you the viewers can also connect directly with our diabetes expert so that you can ask Dr. Ritesh Gupta. He's a senior consultant as well as a diabetes specialist and formerly the director at Fortis Hospital in New Delhi, who's joining us today on the show. Thank you so much, Doctor, for joining us. And you, the viewers, can also connect with him directly and ask him your questions. Now, Dr. Gupta, I'm going to ask you my first question. Many of us felt that you get diabetes if you eat a lot of sugar. No one really thought that eating that samosa in office or that packet of chips could also lead to diabetes. Can you explain what happened, the science behind this?
See, yeah, the most important thing when we talk of development of diabetes or when we talk of foods which cause diabetes, it's the total number of calories. So if you're eating too much, if you're not eating sugar and sweets, but you're still eating a lot of carbohydrate, a lot of calories, you would still be at risk of developing diabetes. Now, regarding today's topic, the advanced glycation and products of the AGE rich food. Definitely, we know for a long time that these substances are not good for health, and apart from causing diabetes, they also lead to development of heart disease and other conditions. So what happens is that when there is excessive consumption of these substances, so-called AGE-rich food, these get deposited in the various parts of body, especially in the small blood vessels and around the nerves. And they slowly damage, as you had pointed out, that there is oxidative stress. They cause inflammation inside the pancreatic cells, which leads to development of diabetes. Also, they prevent the insulin from acting, so-called insulin resistance, and that also leads to diabetes. So yes, consumption of these foods is directly related to diabetes.
So interestingly, Lancet said that there are already 100 million people who are diabetic in India, and this rate year on year has been skyrocketing to 11.4%. Welcome back. You're watching Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. Our focus still continues to be how diabetes could be the silent threat and epidemic, the latest one coming in from fried food, as per the ICMR report. That's right. We are asking you, the viewers, to connect with us directly. We also have Dr. Gupta, who's joining us, answering all your queries. So let me try and go across to some of our callers who are going to be calling in. We have UC Jain, one of our viewers, calling us from Bengaluru. Go ahead, Mr. Jain. What would you like to ask? UC Jain, are you there with us? Well, let me try and go across to Raj, one of our viewers calling us from Bengaluru. Go ahead, Raj.
Good evening, doctor. I would like to ask a few questions. What about the soft drinks and other items? You have declared few items. I would like to know what are the drinks which to be avoided.
What should we avoid, including soft drinks? Very important question.
Yeah,
Dr. Gupta.
If it is highlighted in the media, people will be more aware.
Yes, absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more, which is why we're doing these shows. Go ahead, Dr. Gupta.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a very, very important point that soft drinks are a source of calories. They have, of course, lots of calories, but they also have the so-called aged products also. They are high in age as well. So they are best avoided. Water is the best drink which one should have. So soft drinks definitely. And of course, there are the foods also. As you have already pointed out, the chips and samosas and kachori and processed cheese and everything. So all those things are definitely to be avoided, to be minimized at least. And we need to focus as a society to focus on whole foods, whole fruits, vegetables, fruits, salads,
vegetables,
dal,
leafy vegetables especially, isn't it? Sorry to interrupt you, doctor. Let me quickly try and get in a few more of our viewers. We have Prakash Regu, our viewer calling us from Chennai. After that, we'll go across to O.P. Swaminathan. Prakash Regu, starting with you.
Yeah, I think it is more a question about lifestyle. I think prior to 1992, a lot many people were healthy, and these were simply dumped by the West for Indian consumptions. For example, we have been having organic rice for many decades, centuries. But it is only recently that we have switched over to so many other varieties of rice, and now again the West is saying have organic rice. So it is more to do with lifestyle choices. Number two, the stress under which we are in to perform, that is, in our workplace, also adds to diabetes. Obesity alone or having kachoris or chips doesn't really matter. The larger scheme of things.
Dr. Gupta, would you concur? Dr. Gupta?
I would concur that modern lifestyle definitely has a role to play. Modern lifestyle and stress, as he's pointed out, the stress affects in a myriad of ways. So stress would also affect what we eat. So there would be a lot of stress eating, wrong eating, high carb eating, fried food eating, chips eating. So that's how stress affects.
Absolutely.
And of course, the traditional lifestyle was probably healthier than the modern lifestyle, no doubt.
Absolutely. Sunil, one of our viewers calling us from Mumbai. Go ahead, Sunil.
Yeah, hi, doctor. I've been having type 2 diabetes, and I've been having a lot of problems with my foot, having tingling. And I've been taking gabapentin 600, but it is of no use to me. I mean, I'm not getting any relief of the tingling, and I'm having a lot of problems in the night. What is the cure for that, doctor? Thank you.
Dr. Gupta?
See, diabetes can affect the nerves. Yeah, sure. Diabetes can affect the nerves, and that sensation which you're talking about, that tingling feeling, can be there. Now, there are several medicines to take care of that. And also control of sugars can also help in that. But the important thing also is to realize that one needs to take care of feet. So tingling is one thing. The other thing is that the sensation is less. So one may injure the foot without realization. One may burn the foot without realization. So take care of feet. Don't walk barefoot. Wear a comfortable footwear. Make it a habit to check your feet, especially the soles and the toes daily, to look for any signs of infection or abscess or anything like that. And I think you need to consult a physician locally and consult for any adjustment of your medication.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Gupta. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, and thank you to all the viewers who are still calling us. Unfortunately, I wish we had more time to discuss this, but it's important that we raise the alarm right here on Times Now that diabetes now is emerging as one of the greatest health risks in India, with as many as 100 million people who've been impacted, and this rate is going up by 11.4%. Take steps right now. It's not just the sugar, but also the deep fried food which is causing it. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Without a short break, tomorrow join us again at the same time.